All right, when you hear about people talking about space travel, which quite frankly the conversation has kind of directed to that here in our studio this morning with the camera operators, do you kind of think, well, there's already people out there in space, the astronauts do it, the professionals do it. Well, our next guest says, not so fast. It's not only the astronauts that can get to space, you can get to space too, and you can get there pretty darn quickly. We want to have you meet Betsy Donley, accredited space agent at Camelback Odyssey Travel. It's good to meet you. I think you kind of put this in my lap, and is this kind of the vessel or the thing that we're going to use to get up there?
Well, it's like it. This is the original one.
Okay.
The White Knight 2 and its Spaceship 2 is bigger, and it's going to carry 6 passengers.
Okay. Accredited space agent.
Yes.
What do you have to do to be accredited?
Well, Richard Branson set up Virgin Galactic, and virtuoso agents and were chosen as possible agents to learn how to know all the parameters for going into space. And we went to NASA. We had a course there. We've gone to the new Space Center in New Mexico and met the pilots and been with the spaceship, and we know all the rules, what you have to do to get on it.
But you've not been to space?
No.
Yet?
Yet.
When do you hope to go?
Well, Richard Branson is very safety conscious, so they're not going until it's absolutely safe. In fact, he's going first with his kids, and hopefully within the next year. They've tested it. The rocket has come back down to Earth. Now they're putting the rocket motor in it, and
so we go up and then back. Like, tell me about the voyage.
Well, it's a 3-day experience that you'll go to New Mexico and to the spaceport, which has been built there, and then you will the trip is 2 hours. You'll go up to about 50,000 feet where the Concorde went. The spaceship will be dropped off, and it will go outer space, suborbital space, which means that you'll be in space, but you won't be going into orbit around the Earth.
Okay.
And then the motors will turn off. You'll be weightless for about 5 minutes, and then you will glide back into the atmosphere. It takes about 90 seconds. You'll experience a few G's, and then you'll glide back down. You'll be able to see the darkness of space. You'll be able to see the contours of the Earth, just like the astronauts do.
This, there's probably a couple different type of people that you encounter when you share this sort of story with them and this opportunity. The ones that say, sign me up and sign me up now. And then there's people like me that say, I'm not even sure that, I don't think you could pay me enough to do this. That terrifies me. That terrifies me.
Well, yes, you get all kinds of reactions.
The thrill seekers and the scaredy cats.
And the people that have been dreaming about space or watched sci-fi movies all their life.
Right. I think I've seen one sci-fi too that just didn't end well. That probably kept me from feeling comfortable. But how would one, aside from the mental preparation, like if I was going to go, I'd have to get my mind wrapped around that. How do you physically get prepared for something like this?
Well, they have people signed up from 18 to 80. They expect everybody to be able to go as long as your medical doctor checks you out. And the only people that have been told that they have to get their blood pressure under control, they're the only ones that basically they've said maybe you have to do something before you can go. So, but to get prepared, you don't have to do anything really special, but you can go to the simulator, which there's a simulator called NASTAR in Philadelphia.
Now that I could do.
And it actually does the simulation of your going up into this spaceship.
Right.
And there's also another one that's called 0G that you go up in an airplane and it drops and you're weightless for about 30 seconds.
Okay.
That's another way you can practice.
Lots of opportunities. Tell me the million-dollar question. How much does it cost?
Well, it costs $200,000.
That's all? Just $200,000.
And they expect it to come down, but probably not lower than 50. But you only have to put 20,000 down, and then you can be part of the party. And that means that you will be part of everything that's going on. You're a pre-astronaut, and occasionally you get invited to parties with Richard Branson.
I cannot wait to start to hear the stories from all of this here in the next year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that we can start seeing Virgin Galactic start sending people into space. We're going to have more information on this. Start saving your pennies. We're going to provide more information on how you can book your flight on SonoraLiving.com.